Ever heard of a king who spent less than a year of his decade-long reign in his own kingdom? Meet Richard I, better known as Richard the Lionheart. Now, you might picture him as the quintessential English hero, but the real story is way more complicated and honestly, a lot more interesting. Richard was born in Oxford, England, but he was a true product of the Angevin Empire, which stretched from Scotland to the Pyrenees. French was his first language, and he spent most of his life in Aquitaine, in modern-day France. He wasn't just a king, he was a warrior, a poet, and a military genius. He earned the nickname Lionheart for his bravery and leadership. His reign is almost entirely defined by one thing: the Third Crusade. Shortly after his coronation, he set off for the Holy Land, determined to recapture Jerusalem. He joined forces with Philip II of France and the Holy Roman Emperor, Frederick Bar. The Crusade was a saga of epic battles, political rivalries, and incredible feats of arms. Richard's capture of Acre was a huge win, and his battles with the famous leader Saladin are legendary. These two were fierce rivals, but they also shared a mutual respect for each other's military skills. What about England? While Richard was off, his kingdom was managed by a bunch of officials and, of course, his younger brother, John. That Prince John from the Robin Hood stories. Richard's absence put a huge financial strain on England, as he needed massive amounts of money to fund his crusade. He famously said he would have sold London itself if he could find a buyer. The journey home from the crusade was just as dramatic as the war itself. He was shipwrecked, captured by one of his enemies, Duke Leopold of Austria, and then handed over to the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI. A massive ransom, equivalent to 2 or 3 times the annual income of England, had to be paid for his release. Can you imagine? The entire country had to be taxed to its limits just to get their king back. Richard finally returned to England in 1194, but he didn't stay long. After securing his authority, he was off to France again to fight his old rival, King Philip. And it was there, during a minor siege of a castle, that his story ends. He was hit by a crossbow bolt and died from the infected wound. He was only 41. So, was Richard a good king? It's debatable. He was a brilliant military leader and a true crusading knight, but he saw England mostly as a source of funds for his adventures. Yet, his legend as Richard the Lionheart, the fearless warrior king, has captivated people for centuries. His life was a whirlwind of war, poetry, and adventure that feels more like a movie script than a history lesson. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing facts about history.